What is up, dudes and dudettes? It was requested to take the K669 Pro 1 and add some filters and go over. I'm going to make a video going over adding filters into it through OBS. You can only do this when you're recording. It doesn't pass through like for live. Well, it does if you know how to do that. I haven't taught myself how to do that yet with OBS, but I will at some point. Just not right now. So I'm just going to go and add different filters and show you where you can get them and how you go about adding them into your OBS and the differences that it's going to make the mic sound. And I can tell you right now that it's a world of difference. Just adding noise suppression and noise gate to this mic makes a huge change in the sound quality of this mic. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around. All right, so let's jump into it. This is OBS. If you've already familiarized yourself with it and you're using it, then this next couple seconds isn't for you. If you're new to it, you are going to want to familiarize yourself, learn it. Over here on the right is your controls for recording, streaming. You can use a virtual camera, which will feed it into other software, studio mode settings, exit. Then next to that is your scene transitions. I don't really mess with this. I just kind of leave it alone. It's just the time, I believe, the delay between going from one scene to the next. Then you've got your audio mixer, your sources, which is like your audio, video capture, screen capture, stuff like that. Microphones, everything that you're going to use, you're going to upload as a source into here by clicking this little plus. And there's also a settings sprocket for that. Then you've got your scenes, and the scenes are just in case you want to go back and forth from one thing to the next. You can do that with this. I typically don't do that very often. I just use each one separately to do a recording. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the filters, and you want to make sure that your microphone that you're using is highlighted, and then click on filters, and then you'll get this window. And you can see I've got some stuff, some filters already added. I've got a limiter, noise suppression, noise gate, a de-esser, which I downloaded. It's a VST plugin. It's, I believe, TDR Nova. And then I've got this one. I renamed it, but it's Marvel GEQ. It's a multi-band EQ. And then the 3-band EQ, which the 3-band EQ is built in. So real quick, let me get this. Trying to get it out of the way. So I want you to be able to see at the bottom. I'm gonna stop talking for a minute, and you're gonna be able to see the background noise from my air conditioner registering on the audio mixer. You can see that moving. And then if you're listening, you can hear that white noise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn on the noise suppression and the noise gate, and you'll see how quickly all of that goes away. Let me get this back over here where you can see that. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and turn those on. And the audio meter is not moving when I'm not talking. So it's cutting out all that white noise in the background. So there's the first two things that I do just to up the quality of the sound. And then I'll go ahead and give you an example of the 3-band EQ. Before I turn it on, you can see I've just got, it's got a high, a medium, and a low, or high, mid, and low. You're going to adjust this according to your voice and according to the sound you want to hear. I've got it adjusted for what I like. So let's go ahead and turn that on. And now you should be hearing a difference with the 3-band EQ on. And this is, like I said, if you don't want to download the VST plugins, if you don't want to go through the hassle of doing that, you don't have to. You can just use this 3-band EQ, and it works really well. But I'll go ahead and turn that off and give you an example of the other ones. So now I've got the de-esser on. I'm just going to leave that on because it's only cutting out sibilances, as best as I can. If you look at it, I've got it. If I open up the interface, which I could go ahead and do, I guess. So I've got this adjusted just specifically to cut out the sibilance. So let me get rid of that. And we'll go back into filters. And we'll go ahead and toggle on the Marvel GEQ. And this is the Marvel GEQ, and it's got presets. And I typically use the presets, and then if I want to adjust the sound, I will adjust it based off that preset. Currently, it is on brighter and bassy. We'll go ahead and switch it over to the next one, which is presence. And this is what it sounds like when it's on presence. Well, there's presence. We'll go ahead and switch over to the next one, which is side bass removal. And this is side bass removal. This is what it sounds like on side bass removal. And then on to the next, which is mids boost. And this is mids boost. This is what mids boost sounds like. Again, all of these you can adjust independently after you've chosen one to get the sound you want. So we'll go to the next one, which is lo-fi. And this is what lo-fi sounds like. This is lo-fi. Let's go ahead and go to the next and last, which is ultra bass boost. And this is ultra bass boost. If you notice, I backed up a little bit because I'm worried about how bassy it's going to sound. So there's how you use the EQ, the Marvel GEQ. And again, pick a preset and then adjust it to the way you want. The only drawback is with a microphone like this, it has no monitoring, it has no headphone jack. It's tough to get zero latency monitoring. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to have to hook it up, adjust your EQs, go back and play them back so that you can hear how they sound, then choose one after. It's a little bit harder that way. That's kind of why I stick to using audio interfaces, because I can hear it live in my headphones, and I don't have to worry about recording, going back and playing it, listening to it, going back in and changing it. I can just change it live as I'm doing it. So there's that. I'll go ahead and close this window. And that is pretty much it. Like I said, I've got all these on, and what I'll do real quick is I'll take them off, and you can hear a quick difference of what it sounds like. So I'll just take them one by one. I'll turn off the EQs right now. So there's how it sounds without the Marvel GEQ, without the TDR Nova de-esser. And all we have on is the limiter, the noise suppression, and the noise gate. I'm going to leave the limiter on at all times because that just stops you from clipping. So now I'm going to turn off noise gate and noise suppression. And I'm sure you can hear a big difference right away. And you can see, if you look down on your audio mixer, you can see the white noise showing up on the meter. And there it is. All right, let's turn these back on. And we'll close the window. Close it. So that covers what I know of OBS and putting in VST plugins and doing a little EQing. This just kind of gives you an idea what you can do with a USB only microphone that you cannot run into an audio interface. You can do some EQing and processing through OBS. So I appreciate you watching, and hopefully this is helpful for you. I will see you next time. Okay, here we go. So yeah, that about covers what I know with OBS as far as and I appreciate stop saying that. I appreciate everybody. I'm fucking it up again. I haven't taught myself the everything about them to this far. And if that's I'm fucking this all up.